Hello students, welcome to class. My name is Pam and I'll be taking you for today's lesson. I'm talking to you from Cape Town in South Africa. Bruno and Saha, I hope that you both are able to hear me, and if you can, please show me by raising up your hands. Alright, Bruno, please introduce yourself to the class. Tell us who you are, where you're from, and what you do.
Hi everyone, my name is Bruno. I'm from Brazil and I'm a computer engineering student. And I hope this class will be very good. Thank you.
Alright, good to have you in class, Bruno, and I hope that you are going to learn a lot from this class as well. Let's hear from Carol. Alright, Carol, please introduce yourself to the class. My name is Pam and I'll be taking you for today's lesson. Carol, please introduce yourself to the class. Alright, let's hear from Saha while Carol prepares herself. Saha, please introduce yourself to the class. Alright, it's a pleasure having all of you in the lesson, students, and I hope that we are going to have a very productive and fun class today. Today we're going to be talking about making excuses. Right, the aim of today's lesson is so that we're able to know how to make an excuse. Alright, we are able to use was and where plus going to or but to give excuses for not getting things done. So this is mainly to learn how to give excuses. If you're not able to do something, how do you tell someone that you are not able to help them? So that's what we are going to be practicing today. We're going to move on to the first exercise for today. What would be your ideal vacation? What would be your ideal vacation? Alright, vacation is an American word. The British word is holiday. Alright, vacation is an American word. The British word would be holiday. What would be your ideal vacation or holiday? Bruno, tell us where you would go, with who, and what you would do.
Okay, teacher. In my opinion, my ideal vacation would be travel to Canada with my parents and my girlfriend and maybe my brother. Thank you.
Alright, so Bruno would love to travel to Canada. Now, where exactly would you want to go in Canada, and what would you do, Bruno? Where exactly would you want to go in Canada, and what would you want to do when you get there?
Okay, maybe I'd like to go to Vancouver to know the place, and if it's possible, practice ski and know some different place and do some different thing that I do from here, Brazil.
Thank you very much for that, Bruno. We have been joined in class by Zaya, Elena, and Ilnara. Right, Zain, Elena, and Ilnara. If you are able to hear me, please show me by raising up your hands. Please introduce yourself to the class, teach us how to pronounce your name, and yeah, you can go ahead and answer the question after that. You can go ahead, Zaha.
Alright, thank you. So I'm Saya. I think you pronounced my name right. And I am from Hong Kong, so I am a secondary student, and I have been doing the preparation for my examination, so it's quite a busy life recently, and I like talking to my friends, and I like watching movies. Thank you.
Thank you very much for introducing yourself, Zaya. And Elena, please introduce yourself to the class.
Hello, my name is Elena. I'm from Russia, from Tольятти city. I'm an engineer. I work at automobile plant. I have 2 children children, and I like to going to yoga and grow my flower. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. And what about you, Elnara? Please introduce yourself to the class. Alright, I hope that those who were not able to participate now or were not able to introduce themselves will be able to join us in the lesson. Today we're talking about making excuses. And I say that we're going to practice using was, where, plus going to, and but to make excuses. And the first question was, what would be your ideal vacation? What would be your ideal vacation? Vacation is the same as holiday, somewhere where you go and relax and have fun. Elena, what would be your ideal vacation? Where would you go? With who? And what would you do?
I was going to the trip to Australia and visit many interesting places.
So you'd say my ideal vacation would be going to, and you tell us exactly where you would be going to. What about you, Za? What would be your ideal vacation?
Ideal vacation. I have no ideas because so far I just I stay in Hong Kong and I haven't traveled so much. But I think I'm looking forward to going to Canada and Europe, probably. Yes, I think in Canada I can enjoy the very. I think I can enjoy the great weather, the fair weather, and in Europe you can see a lot of historical locations or something else. I think that would be a very great experience. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much for that, students. So most of you would like to go to another country. Now, I want us to think of your last vacation. What did you plan to do that you didn't end up doing? I want us to think about the last vacation that you went to, the last holiday that you went to. What did you plan to do? From the time you were making your travel arrangements, buying your tickets, getting your toiletries, getting your clothes and packing them and going to the holiday. What did you plan to do, or what is it that you wanted to do that you ended up not doing? Let's start with you, Elena.
Last vacation, my son and I went to the sea, and we wanted to go to the beach every day, but we had bad weather.
Alright, so now I want you to take note of what Elena said. Alright, she wanted to go to the beach, but right, she and her son wanted to go to the beach, but something happened. Alright, that's already an excuse that she is making of why maybe she could not go there every day, or maybe she did go there every day, but she didn't do certain things that she wanted to do. What about you, Bruno? Can you think of your last vacation and tell us what did you plan that you did not end up doing?
Okay, teacher. In my last vacation, I planned go to the beach city, and I don't remember that something I didn't end up. I just went to enjoy the beach and know some other people and have fun. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bruno. What about you, Zaha? What did you plan to do that you did not end up doing at your last vacation?
So I think I would like um, to backpack by with my teachers or my schoolmates because I didn't do it before. So and one of my history teacher told us suggest to go to Europe just by ourselves and after my public examinations about 2 years after. So I think it would be a very special and it didn't happen before, that kind of experience. So I think um, I would travel with them anywhere, no restriction, and yes, those kind of things. Thank you.
Alright, students, thank you very much for your patience. I had indeed lost connection for a minute there, but I hope that you can all hear me, and if you can hear me, please raise up your hands. If you can hear me, please raise up your hands. Alright, thank you very much for that, and thank you again for your patience. Now, as I was saying, I want you to think of your last vacation and tell us what you planned to do and you did not end up doing it. And I think the last person to speak was Zaya. Zaya, you can continue and tell us what you had planned to do in your vacation that you ended up not doing. You can go ahead, Zaya.
Okay, thank you. So, I think I would like to go backpacking with my teachers and schoolmates to go to maybe Europe, Britain, um, yes, France, and because my teacher told us, my history teacher told us, maybe we could go to Europe 2 years after, because that would be after my public examination. So I think that would be a very precious experience for me, and I think we can go everywhere just due to our preferences, and there's no restriction. I think this would be much better than you just joined a travel agency, because you need to follow the routines and something else. So maybe you can just, when you backpack, you can just enjoy yourself, and you can pay less, I think, and you can go to more places. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that, Zaha. I don't think you understood my question. My question was, what did you do, or what did you want to do in your last vacation, the one that you have already gone to? What did you want to do that you did not end up doing? And you answered the question, which was, where would you want to go? Which is a totally different sentence altogether. Alright, now just out of curiosity, Zaha, how long have you been learning how to speak English? Because you speak very well, you're very eloquent. How long have you been learning how to speak English?
Probably 5 years.
Alright, that is very good and is paying off very well. Alright, excellent work to you. What about you, Zaha? Think of your last vacation and tell us what you planned to do that you ended up not doing. Alright, well done to all of you for that. Now, Bruno, why didn't you end up doing everything you had planned to do? Why didn't you end up doing everything that you had planned to do? We want to assume that you went for a holiday and you did not do everything that you had planned to do. Now, why did you end up not doing it? Bruno?
Okay, teacher. I remember that I wanted to go to the city near from I was, and I didn't do it because we we had to go back home, and we didn't enough money to spend with hotel, and it was it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Elena, why did you not go to the beach every day? What were your reasons of not going to the beach every day?
I wanted to go to the beach every day, but the weather was bad.
Alright, so I wanted to go to the beach every day, but the weather was bad would be your excuse. Now, let's move on to this exercise. What were you supposed to do? Use the phrases to form sentences. Weren't you supposed to take the dog for a walk? The answer would be, I was going to, but it was too cold, so I stayed in bed. Now, this is what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to get up early, but your excuse was a stomach ache. Now, can you make sentences using these? I want you to ask the question and then give us the answer. An example is, weren't you supposed to take the dog for a walk? And your excuse was, I was going to, but it was too cold, so I stayed in bed. Elena, can you tell us what you were supposed to? Can you give us the question with supposed to, and then give us the answer with the excuse?
Did you get get up early yesterday? No, I was going to get up early, but but I have a stomach.
Alright, so you say, the question would be, weren't you supposed to wake up early? And the answer would be, I was going to get up early, but I had a stomachache. Alright, that would be your answer. I was going to get up early, but I had a stomachache. Alright, well tried to you, Elena. Excellent work. What about you, Zaha? The next one is, call your mother. Is what you're supposed to do. Your excuse is that you had no time. Now, can you construct two sentences? One would be the question, and the other one would be the excuse, which is the answer that you give. Zaya?
Maybe I was supposed to do homework and I would excuse I have been attending lesson for the whole day and then I need time to take a rest, so maybe I put them off and I will do them tomorrow. Thank you.
Alright, Zaya, I want you to try again. Now, I want you to try and picture what I'm going to say. Now, Saha is your friend, right? You go to school together. And Saha was supposed to call her mother, but she did not call her mother because she told you that she had no time. Now, you want to ask Saha about calling her mother. What would you ask her? She told you that she wanted to call her mother, but she didn't. So you want to find out if she did call her mother. And if she didn't, what was the reason of not calling her mother? Can you ask Saha about calling her mother?
Okay, Saha, so why don't you call your mother?
That is correct. So you'd say, Saha, weren't you or weren't you supposed to call your mother yesterday? Weren't you supposed to call your mother yesterday? Right? And should say, I was going to, but I had no time. Alright? Now, remember students, I said today we want to practice using were or were not. Alright? I think from the first exercise that we have, I said we want to use was, were, and going to, and but. Alright? So take note of these prepositions that I said we want to practice using, which are was, where, plus going to, and but. So those are the ones that I want you to take note of when you're asking these questions. Now let's move on to the next excuse. You were supposed to finish the report, but your excuse was you had a meeting. Bruno, can you give us the question that you would ask and the excuse that you would give?
Okay, teacher. The question is, weren't you supposed to finish the report? And the answer is, I was going to finish the report, but I had a meeting to went. Thank you.
Well done, Bruno. That is very correct. And the last one is, you were supposed to talk to your boss, but you didn't talk to the boss because you were out of the office. What question would you ask, and what answer would you give, Saha? Alright, well done to all of you students. So remember, when you're asking a question, you say weren't you supposed to, because you have been told that this person. Now you would use weren't you when you have been told prior. So these people had already told their friends or colleagues about what they wanted to do. Now their colleagues are asking them back on feedback on what they said they were going to do. That's why we're saying weren't you supposed to? Alright? Weren't you supposed to? That means you told me before that you wanted to get up early, or you wanted to call your mother, or you wanted to finish the report, or you wanted to talk to your boss, but now I am asking you if you did it or not. Now I want us to listen to two people discussing their upcoming vacation. Alright? These are two people who want to go to a vacation, so I want you to listen to the audio. How do they give excuses for not doing what they planned? How do they give excuses for not doing what they planned? So I'm going to start playing the audio now. Please be attentive and listen to it.
I'm so excited about this holiday. We haven't been away on a proper holiday since 2007.
Yeah, we have to really start getting serious with the preparations. The trip is only 10 days away. Let's see what we still have to do.
Oh, yeah, I was going to book the hotel last night, but the internet connection was too slow, so I gave up. I'll do it tonight instead.
Well, let's hope they still have vacancies.
I'm sure it'll be fine. You were supposed to get the mosquito repellent. Did you get a chance to get to the pharmacy?
Oh, that. I was going to go this morning, but I bumped into Tom, and we decided to go for a coffee to catch up.
Oh, yeah? How are he and Mary doing? We have to get together for dinner one of these days.
Yeah, I was going to ask him, but then we started talking about last night's game, and I totally forgot. I'll call him tomorrow and arrange something before the trip. By the way, you were supposed to take the suitcase to the shop to get the wheel repaired before the trip.
Oh, right. I was going to go to the shop, but...
Alright, students, I hope that you were all listening to that audio, alright, because I will ask you questions about it. Now, how do they give excuses for not doing what they planned? How do they give excuses for not doing what they planned? The first one says, I was going to book the hotel last night, but the internet connection was too small. I was going to book the hotel last night, but the internet connection was too slow. What other excuses did they give? Bruno, what other excuses were given?
Okay, teacher. I remember that the man said he was going to ask about something to another person, but the another person started to talk about the game. Okay, thank you.
So it says, I was going to go this morning, but I bumped into Tom and we decided to go for a coffee to catch up. Alright, so thank you very much for that, Bruno. What about you, Saha? What did you hear? Alright, we have that already. What about you, Elena? What did you hear?
I hear the girl was going to go to the shopping before the trip, but I don't forget what she said about excuse.
Alright, I was going to go to the pharmacy this morning, but I bumped into Tom. Now, can you tell us about some things that you didn't get done in the last few weeks? What excuse did you have? Can you tell us about some things that you didn't get done this week, and what excuse did you give? Bruno?
Okay, teacher. I was going to finish my homework, but I had no time. Thank you.
Alright, so you wanted to finish the work, but you had no time. What about you, Zaya? Tell us about something that you didn't get done in the last few weeks, and what excuse did you have? Saha, so people have a lot of things that they do not get to do, and we are always very good on giving excuses of why we were unable to do something. Now, we do not have a lot of time left in the class, students, and I want to make sure that we go through this final task. You and your friend are planning a trip. What were each of you supposed to do? Student A asked student B about an errand they were supposed to run. An errand is like a chore that you were supposed to do, but outside the house. Alright? Student A asked student B about an errand they were supposed to run, and student B give an excuse for why you didn't get it done, then ask student A if they got their own errand done. Weren't you supposed to renew our passports? Yeah, I was going to. Go to the passport office, but. So an errand is a personal task that usually involves going somewhere. For example, going to the bank or going grocery shopping. Alright, so an errand is a personal task that usually involves going somewhere. For example, going to the bank or going grocery shopping. And to run errands is to do these types of tasks. Now, could I please have 2 students to participate in this exercise? So, Bruno, you are going to be student A. You will ask Saha about an errand she was supposed to run. And Saha, you will be student B. You will give an excuse for why you did not get it done. Then ask Bruno if he got his own errand done. You can start.
Okay. Hi, Saha. Weren't you supposed to run? Teacher, could you help me? What is errand?
Errand, we said, is a personal task or a personal duty that usually involves going somewhere, like maybe going to pay your bills or going to take the child from school. Is an errand. It's a personal task that usually involves going somewhere, for example, going to the bank or going grocery shopping. That is what we call errands. And we have a phrase in English that says, I'm running some errands. That means you are doing some personal task for yourself. Okay? Do you understand, Bruno?
Okay. Okay, teacher. Thank you very much. So, Saha, weren't you supposed to catch your cousin last night? Okay, I understand. So, do you have any questions to do for me? Okay. I was going to do it, but I unfortunately had a stomachache. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Alright. Thank you very much to you, Bruno and Saha, for participating in that exercise. Now, today we listened to people planning a vacation. We asked about things others were supposed to do, and we gave excuses for not getting things done. Alright, I do apologize for the connection problems that we had earlier, but I thought you guys participated very well. You have a good understanding of the English language, and all I can advise you to do is to keep practicing as much as you can. I'm going to personally write your gradings, tell you how I thought you did in class, and what I think you need to do to improve. But I think at the stage you are at right now, the best way to improve yourselves is actually by listening. Even I, as a teacher, I make sure that I listen to other people. I watch English programs, and I listen to native speakers. Now when you listen, not only do you learn new words, you learn how to pronounce them, and you also learn how to use them in different sentences and apply them to your language every day. Bruno, Elena and Taha, it was a pleasure having you in class. I am going to release the slides for you. Please download them, save them onto your computer, and keep practicing. Until we meet again, students, goodbye.